What is going on? What's going on, people? How's it going? What's up with you there, Polo? How you living, bruh?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. I can say a whole bunch of things, but it ain't gonna mean nothing.
I feel you. I feel you, man. Let's let's see who we got in here. Grace, I know that you was in here earlier. Um, Dorsha, I did not catch a premiere because I was getting ready for this and everything. So I will say though, I will go back and catch it. Oli, what's going on with Oli from North Carolina? Hey, that's my man down in North Carolina. Um, man, Polo, y'all seen the behind the scenes, but y'all know I had a good time when I went back home for Christmas. And
Yes.
I went full country boy style, back to my original roots of what I grew up loving and enjoyed doing. So, yeah, man, that was I had a good time when I was back home. Uh, Super TA, what's going on, my man Aldo? What's happening, bro? But Polo, man, what you been up to, man? What's going on? So just to let everybody know, this ain't gonna be a whole lot of information, and that's why this series is the kickback. So if you got any long questions, anything you want to pop in there, we can talk about them. Y'all got any questions about what we got going on, what we're doing, we can talk long. But for this one, it's called the off-season plans. So right now, I am putting together some plans. I am thinking about some stuff getting ready for next year. But for right now, I'm enjoying some time away from my grass, to be honest with you. Uh, I love the yard. I still love the grass. I still love creating content. Um, but I think it was time for us to take a break. I think it was time for us to take a break. And I think we're in a good place right now. Got some new stuff coming up, but I'm gonna check in with Polo and see what he got going on. What you been up to though, bro?
And snow, good snow over here.
Man,
Good.
don't even talk about snow. What y'all get about an inch and a half?
Man, I'm telling you, man, with the highs in the 80s. I'm telling you, man. Highs in the 80s, an inch and a half of snow. Man, it's just it's just a little snow that we did get with the temperatures being in the highs in the 20s and the lows at night, just being in the single digits. So everything is just basically freezing. But just as cold air as here. I knew that it was going to come eventually because it's been warm for December. It's been really
Oh yeah,
warm, especially on Christmas. Christmas here, it was about like a good 60 some degrees outside.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, people was literally outside in Christmas barbecuing. So I mean, it's just the weather. The weather is just
yeah.
kind of.
And the thing is it's been like that. Even the fall. The fall was a pretty it was pretty warm this fall, especially when I did my overseeding and everything, and on a lot of the yards, and I know on mine, just having like that much warmth that late in the season, I was still putting water down, and it was dry. And I know in the DMV area, it was dry, and it seems like that has carried into the winter. It's been pretty warm. It's just now like kind of starting to get cold. Um,
Mhm.
Shoot, you talking about snow? I think we got probably 8 inch, a solid 8 to 9 inches. I thought it was like six until I got out there and I started shoveling it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is more than 6 inches." But yeah, man, we got like a solid 8 or 9 inches of snow. I think that was Monday, and then after that, we turned around. We got snow again last night. We probably got like another 2 inches last night. So it's yeah, snow is. I guess winter decided it was going to show up all at once. So
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, it's hitting everybody right about now. Here, we probably got maybe a couple inches, but I know further south in Kentucky, they got between the 8 and 9 inch range.
hmm,
Uh, I don't even want to. That's what you have. I don't even want to see that right about now. I don't want to see no 8 9 inches. You can this right here. What I have is enough for me. It's enough. People already don't know how to drive in it. And I'm just knocking on wood, everything be good with me, my friends, and my family. But man, I tell you, some people can, when it snows, they think that it's 100 degrees outside, and they just driving just like normal. And it's like,
like it ain't no kind of ice or slick conditions out there. Just roll.
It's like, what are you doing? Okay, you got a whole bunch of people that are driving 25 miles an hour, no more than 30. Even people with four-wheel drive. I have four-wheel drive. But you be having the smallest cars,
Them little
Kia
cars,
Rios and Honda Escorts and all of them. They're doing like 50. And you be like
and then you get up the road a little ways, and then they over there in the median or either over there in the ditch somewhere.
Yeah, standing there looking like, dude, you was doing 99 miles an hour and get all this ice out here.
What you expect?
I mean, it was. I just seen so many cars that were just over to the side, cars in ditches, cars that slid through people's grass and everything. I was like, poor grass. I mean, you can just see it. They just went through there and just kind of like, just turned all in their yard. I was like, oh, what's wrong? I understand. I understand. A lot of people are not familiar with driving in the snow or driving on ice or anything like that. They don't know how to handle it. When they turn, they fighting it and doing, turn their wheel, and that's making it even worse. But there's no excuse for putting your foot on that pedal and driving.
So that's the thing, though. If you're not used to it, you should take caution, right? I mean, common sense, which ain't real common recently, tells you if you ain't used to something, hey, take it easy a little bit at first, and exercise a little bit of caution.
You know what? Hold on real quick. Aldo, I can't stand you.
I saw that too. I was like
10 inches of sunshine this morning. Dude, I'm telling you, man. That's that California weather though. Grace. 9.5 inches and y'all lost power.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people been fighting though, bro. Like I know a couple of our friends, they went without power for probably almost a day and a half, 2 days. They almost went 2 days without power, to the point they was like, yo, we gonna have to go get a hotel or something if they don't get the power back on.
Yeah,
it was tough. And then you had people out there stranded on 95 for like 24, 27 hours. You stuck out there in your car, bro. You stuck out there in your car. Man, it is. But see, that's what happens when we get snow and we're not ready for it. Like nobody was expecting this. Like I'll be honest, the DMV area, we was not expecting that much snow. For the past 2 years, we ain't hardly even had no snow. And they was talking about, oh yeah, it's gonna be snow coming. It's gonna be snow coming. Everybody was like, yeah, man, whatever. Wasn't nobody paying no kind of attention to it. Next thing you know, we woke up that next morning and it came down quick. It came down quick too, because it probably like 7 o'clock. Like it was snowing, but it wasn't like snowing yet.
Right.
And it got to about 9, 10, about 10 o'clock. Hey man, it was coming down about an inch an hour, inch and a half, about an inch and a half an hour. It was dumping. I mean, dumping.
Yeah, that was. I don't want that. I don't want that. I sat up there and you're gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me. I was literally listen, Cam, and to everybody out there. Everybody know that I made a video about me using my spiker spreader and putting the salt in there and if it will spread, right? So the snow was just about to start coming down. I mean, just about to start coming down. I'm like, oh man, okay. May be able to do a little recap, do a little something or whatever, put it in there or whatever. Man, I get up there and get the spread and everything, and I'm like doing this. I'm like, okay. We got like you said, we got a good inch and a half with 80 degree temps up here. I was so disappointed.
And that just was gone by lunchtime. That just was gone by lunchtime.
I was like, man. But you know what, man? I was like, I ain't even gonna trip, man. But I mean, some people got hit worse. I mean, I can't say anything compared to what you experienced and what Grace is going through.
Yeah,
that's just I don't want all that. Keep all that. No disrespect, Grace. Keep all that where you are.
I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it at all. What's going on? I'm gonna highlight some people in the chat. My man Divine, what's going on, bro? And then David, Mr. Lush. Hey man, I don't know if you take my man out on IG, but he been doing some transformations down there in Texas on them on them he call it the Augie Doggy on that St. Augustine.
Augie Doggy.
Hey man, he got them St. Augustine yards looking good down there, man. Hey man, I see what you're doing out there, bro. You're looking good. Keep up that work. What's going on, Q? I see y'all done jumped in. So before this, I was watching the live stream with Farmer Q, MIG, which is Men in the Garden. That's Lawncare Outdoors, which is Q, and then Turf Therapy. We all know Turf, and Eco Neighbor and Broke Farmer. So they did the teams for the MIG 2022 Grow Off. So if y'all checked out my latest video, that's what that was for. We're going to be doing a Grow Off. Y'all know this is going into my second year of gardening. I had a pretty good year last year. Can't complain. Right now, the garden's still growing. I'm out here trying to grow during the winter, as y'all saw. Man, it's snowed in and everything, but we still growing, and that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a good time. I will say, the guys over there, they definitely have a good time with their lives. They definitely have a good time whenever it's gonna be a whole bunch of junk talking. I can tell you that. We're gonna be talking a whole bunch of junk. I had intended to drop my seeds today, but I ain't get a chance to. I'm gonna do that first thing tomorrow morning. That's at the top of my list. So yeah, man. Hey man, Polo, when you gonna get that garden started over there, bro? Come on now.
Man, you know what?
Come on now.
I was in oh man, what's the name of the store? What is the name of the store? It'll come to me. But I was in the store the other day and I went to go get me another hat. Got to get get your summer stuff now. I'm gonna get me another little straw little hat for when I'm out there cutting and doing everything in the summertime. And I looked at how they had a couple of options of different raised beds and all those things. And I was like, man, I can just grab that and just put that together real quick and then just slaps, you know what I'm saying? This in there and that in there and this and that. And I stood there. I was literally kind of like, should I get in there? Should I get in this? Do you have time? Do you have time? That's what I start thinking about. Okay, do you have time? You already got 15 jobs. Can you sit up there and do this? Can you? I was like, let me just wait. Let me just wait a little bit. Let me wait a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, Polo. What you need to do. You need to get you about 3 pots, about 3 containers. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's about to be about springtime. Get you a tomato plant, get you a pepper plant, and get you something that you can grow you some green, because I know you like your salads. Get you a pot that you can grow you like some little lettuce and some stuff like that in there. Some spinach. I know you say you like spinach. Spinach is easy to grow. Get you some spinach and arugula. That's what you put in that other pot. Get you a pot for pepper, pot for a tomato plant, and a pot for you some spinach and arugula. That's it. Leave it at that. get you 3 little pots, and that's it. Don't even go out there and buy no big raised bed and all of that and this and that. Go get you 3 pots, and that's it. You can easily, hey, you can get your daughter to go out there and check on that and just be like, hey, baby, let's make sure we get some water on that. Hey,
did you see my face? Did you see my face? Did you see my face? I can't even get her half the time to take care of my babies on my front porch. Nah, I definitely ain't. And this is food. This is food that I'm nah.
See, that might be the thing. That might get her though. It's like, yo, you taking food off your plate. You can be putting this food on your plate. You let it die out here because you ain't taking care of it.
Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna eventually end up. I'm gonna come around that corner, man. Whether it's 1 pot, 2 pot, 3 pots, a raised bed. I just was like, the thing that made my decision was, okay, you doing this, 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 and then immediately I was like, okay, now when am I gonna have time to go over there and mess with some tomatoes and be spraying and then getting the neem oil and this and that, doing this and I'm like, when am I gonna have time to sit up there and do all that and spend some time? Because I know me, I'm gonna be, you know how as men now we, especially coming in, you're overprotective, you jumping in, you're gonna be over there, and I can see me right now sitting up there fooling with some tomatoes and yams and this and that, and I'm supposed to be on my 3rd line, and I'm over here fooling, with some freaking vegetables and stuff. Because clockwork when I get out there, man, I gotta be here. I got to pull up at this time. I got to leave at this time. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, man, am I going to be able to? I'll get into it.
Hey, man, you got the polo green now.
Yeah.
You got the polo green now.
Yeah.
You got just some extra. You gonna buy yourself about an extra 2 hours out the week, easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easy extra 2 hours out the week.
Hey man, that was a blessing, and
I'm glad you got that, bro.
I'm ready to really kind of like get out there and get into a groove of doing it.
Right.
Of course, when I was making my last applications for the year, I was blown away. How it would normally take me a good, let's just say 20 minutes to be able to do a line. Right. And I pull up with the permagreen and I'm there for less than 5.
Yeah.
That's unloading and loading it back up and pull it off. I mean, just gone.
And then too, like you talking from a time saving perspective, not even taking into account you a solo man operation. Now you take that much of that stress and strain, walking, pulling, pushing, pulling, all of them continuously lifting them bags and filling it up. I'm pretty sure you can it'll probably hold at least 100 pounds of fert. At least a 50. So you put
it's 150.
150.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. You got 3 bags of fert in there. Whereas if you had just spiker steel, I mean, you still got to load that up every time you pull up to a line, unless they side by side, and then you can knock a couple of them out. But for the most part, bro, you'd have to be loading that every time. Now you can load that joints up 150 pounds in the morning.
Yep. Drive that thing right on the trailer, get on off, boom, 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 boom. Because it's of course my regulars, I got it down packed as far as I know how much this line needs and that line needs and such and so on and so forth. And then of course I did a lot of testing on my test plot when I first got it, just kind of seeing on my test plot, and then my neighbors that don't care about the line. People always think I'd be making fun of them, but I mean it is what it is. Right. But I did just say I just blessed them with some fertilizer on the line. But just seeing how everything kind of just comes out and everything, and just kind of really getting used to it before I really took it out. And once I kind of dialed everything up and got everything the way that I wanted it, and I took that
Mm-hmm.
sucker out, I mean, it was just I was blown away. I was
Yeah.
blown away. And I encourage anyone that may be in doing the business. I think Oli, I think he has one, but uh hey, that right there, as far as saving time,
Yeah.
that thing saves time. I mean,
Yeah.
you on and you off. No disrespect to Spiker, even though on some properties I still have to use that just
Mhm.
because of the heel. But I mean, you just
It's efficiency. It's
that's it.
efficiency, man. We ain't out there. Once you're in the business, you're no longer out there enjoying every loan. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, time is money.
Oh yeah.
Time is money. The quicker you can get on and off them loans, the quicker you can get to the next one and add another customer in that place with the time savings that you just got. So time is money when you run in the business.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that thing right there. And you're supposed to, regardless what you're doing, whether
Mhm.
it's your business, whether you're doing music or just in life in general, you're supposed to level up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that right there was, like I said, it was such a blessing for me to be able to first and foremost have the finances, but to be in a position to be able to
Mhm.
level up and to be able to start doing that, and then realizing, okay, if it took me 20 minutes on this, but now it's taking me less than 5, hey, it's time to start, doing this. It's time to start picking up. And
Mhm.
we were talking about this, people, just on the side, because we do talk just about every single day. It's been a blessing on my end to be able to uh, gain work without doing any type of soliciting.
Right.
I mean, it's just been a lot of people that's just been here locally that's been getting in touch with me, with just natural.
Word of mouth, and your results speak for themselves.
Exactly, exactly. So I mean, that
Yeah.
there has just been a truly blessing, just to be able to move up and do that. And then again, point blank period, everyone wants a nice lawn, man. At
Yeah.
point blank
Yeah.
period, everyone wants a nice lawn. So hey, I will be the same way. If I see somebody sitting up there doing it, and I'm like, hey, 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 because that's
Yeah.
how they be
Yeah.
when you be driving down the street, they'll
Yeah.
run out, get you, hey, come here,
Yeah. Hey,
man.
they don't got your schedule down. They know when you coming.
Exactly,
They know it because
exactly.
they be looking out the window.
Yep. Senior Saints. Hey, baby, you cut Miss Johnson's lawn. Can you come over and come do mine? How much you charge, baby? That's
Hey, he say the senior saints.
yeah. Senior Saints, man. Senior Saints, man. They be hollering at me, man. They be hollering at me. I be going over and talking to them though.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over here in the chat real quick. Grace, I did see your question. So I'm starting my seeds indoors. So the ones that I'm dropping, I'm starting them indoors, and then uh, by the time the grow off is over, they might get outside. I don't know if they're gonna make it outside. So I think I'm gonna have to build something that I might have to plan on growing indoors. So we'll see how that go. Um, Oli was talking about he wanted to grow some broccoli. A lot of people told me about growing broccoli this year. I think it's too late now, but I think next year I'm gonna put broccoli on the list. I think I'm gonna put some broccoli on there, and then the mad scientist Q talking about spinach is highly pest resistant. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with my spinach, and that was another reason I know you like spinach, Polo, But another reason I was telling you about spinach is it was easy. Spinach and arugula, I had zero issues, and this was like we seeded them almost around the time just before I started overseeding, and I paid zero attention to that garden at all. Like I ain't had no time for it. I was worried about keeping water on the lawns that I had just seeded because we hadn't had none in like a month or so. So I wasn't even paying no attention to that garden. And that spinach and arugula, it just kept growing. So yeah, I say spinach is a good way to go. Um, what's going on there, LaRural Company? What's going on? I appreciate you for stopping by. Polo Q trying to say, don't run away from your greatness. Hey man, I'm telling you, you need to get out there and pick you up. I'm telling you, man, 3 pots. That's it. Get you 3 pots. Don't try and do nothing else. Get you a tomato plant. Get you a pot for you some spinach and some arugula, and then get you a pepper plant. You'll be good. That's it. Talking about a hydro seeder. Now I think Polo was talking. We were talking about the permagreen. The permagreen. That's what we were talking about. It's a spreader sprayer combination, motorized, and I know Oli's got one. Oli's got one for all that acreage he got out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of people. Matt Martin is a huge fan of them. Also, Paul from Paul Prime Cuts. Yep. He's a big fan of the permagreens also.
Hey, hold on. That was Lushy. Was that Lushy?
Mr. Lush Lawn? No, okay, not that Lushy.
Okay. Because Lushy has one too. He just
okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Yep. See what we're talking about. I have heard that, and I have seen that. I have seen people doing that in the empty milk jugs, but I've never tried it. I've seen people do it, and they've had really good success with it. But I'm gonna be starting mine. I got a little area set up over here. My wife's actually already started her coleus seeds, so they already germinated and coming up. So we got a little area over here that we've got set up that we're gonna get all our seeds and everything started like we did last year. So worked out pretty good. I'm gonna try and upgrade it a little bit this year, but yeah, man, we get it growing. How you doing, CR? Hey, I appreciate you stopping in. Better late than never. I'm just glad you stopped by. I mean, you can always go back and catch the replay, but man, we just really just been kicking back, just talking about what we got going on right now. What I'm gonna jump in on is Polo. Man, what you have you started looking towards anything? Like, it's the off season, so have you been doing anything non-lawn related, like just in your spare time? Like what you been up to during the off season?
I don't know if I can talk about.
Well, yeah,
but music,
yeah,
music, and thinking about just different things that I'm going to do on the line this season. Well, first, let me start with music. Aldo, I'm still waiting on you. I'm waiting on Aldo over there in that sunny side land. You know, get with me when you can. CR, how's that Bermuda looking down there? I know I'm just messing with you, CR. You know that Bermuda's good. Paper brown sack.
Good and sleep.
Yeah. Bermuda is not right about now. but yeah, just really just kind of like doing music and doing other things on the side. But that's really just been taking up a lot of my time here lately. So but I guess another thing too, last year I started in early March, just because of how the weather was and everything. Depending on how the weather is going to turn this year, it may be the same thing. Um, I started in early March. In early March, I mean, from being out there doing pre-emergence and cutting my lawn, cutting some of the lawns that are really nice, where I've been taking care of the turf and everything for a couple of years. So it really hasn't been too much of a time off for me.
Yeah.
It hasn't. I mean, we just got some snow. Of course, snow really kind of makes it like, all right, it's time to kick back. You gotta.
Yeah.
Nah, it just was 60 degrees a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, it just was warm, and then nothing had changed. So it was more like I really haven't had too much. It felt like I really haven't had too much time off as
Right.
far as off season. It's been very brief, but I've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been busy though. I can say that. I can say that.
So, on my end, I'm gonna be honest. I've been kicking back. Like I have been chilling. I ain't been thinking about that yard. I ain't been thinking about that yard at all. And I'm kind of glad the snow came and then it's just uncovered it up. And it's gonna be here for a while. As cold as it's gonna be for the next couple of weeks, that grass is gonna be all the way asleep. All the way asleep. One thing I can say is it was holding pretty good color. Like so, my yard was. Of course, you can see where it was starting to go dormant, but
Mhm.
you can see from the drone shots. The drone shots we don't put. Hey, we done brought the drone
Mhm.
out. So
Mhm.
I do want to say thank you to all my family and everybody. So they actually went in and I was like, I don't need. I just if y'all anybody wants to get me anything, just get me some contributions towards my drone because that is whatever I get. That's the next thing that I need to get. I'm always trying to get better and better content. Just trying to do more stuff. Just take the channel and the content to the next level.
Mhm.
And I felt like a drone was the next step that I needed to make. Um, I definitely enjoy my GoPro 9. So I've got two of those now. That's giving me really good content. So I'm happy with the face and everything else content that I'm putting together. Now I just needed to elevate that B-roll just a little bit. And that's where that drone's gonna come in. So I definitely appreciate the family for doing that. So man, I took it out and I was down in North Carolina when I first got it. And man, I was just flying it around. We was out there in the country. So man, you could look for miles on end.
Oh yeah.
And then I probably had the drone probably almost 2 miles, at least a mile and a half from me. And I was standing in the yard and it was like, I know at least a mile, mile and a half away from me. And I was like, wow, I didn't think this thing had range like that. But
Man.
yeah, man, that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. And if y'all saw it, if y'all checked out if anybody in here has checked out my latest two videos, yeah, latest two, especially the last one. Let me know. Let me know what you think about the drone shots, because I started adding some of those in, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing during the off season. I'm gonna just be out there flying it, trying to record, and try and figure out different angles and different stuff to do with it and everything. So yeah, man, the yard's holding some pretty decent color going into early January. So hey man, I can't complain about the yard. But for the most part, man, I have definitely got back into my home roots and everything, and went down for Christmas, kicked it with the family. Definitely did a lot of hunting. As y'all saw, I dropped the video. Um, Turf and Polo and them, they pick on me about being being country. But I don't think, and I claim my country, but I don't think people really understood how country I was. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me cut in real quick, and you can jump on. Cam is that country where you be sitting up there and you be watching. What movie comes to my mind? American Gangster. When they sit up there and they're shooting, they be like, pull.
Yep.
Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, Lord Jesus, this boy right here be out here. He gonna be in a tree somewhere, Lord, sitting up there shooting dirt. I was like, he's that type of country. And then here it is, he down in the country. He down in the woods with jackets on that look like leaves, and I'm like, yeah. He country.
Yep.
I'm country, I'm city country, but he country. That boy country. He country. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And that's what I grew up doing, man. I grew up hunting, fishing, riding four-wheelers, all of that stuff, man. When I was back home growing up, like, it was always hunting season. You were either in hunting season hunting, or you were preparing for the next year's hunting season. Like, I was always in the woods, like always in the woods. And I loved it. When I say I loved it, I loved it. And getting to go back and getting to run dogs again with some of the fellas. And I met some new people down and ran with some new clubs. Just hearing them dogs running. Oh man, it ain't nothing like that sound, man. It ain't nothing like that sound. And yeah, man, you get out there, you got the dogs going, you got the boys on the radios, you chasing dogs around, you chasing deer around, everything that's going on, man. It's organized chaos. That's
I can't fool with that. Fishing, yes.
Yeah.
I'll go. If you want to go fishing, if anybody in the chat, if y'all want to go fishing, y'all want to invite your boy, I will fish. I haven't fished in a while, but I tears it up on the fishing. But as far as the hunting, out there with the dogs in trees, sitting in a freezing, what? No. You know what? Congratulations to you. Applause to you. Because while you doing that, I'm sitting up there, I'll probably be making noise over at you telling me to be quiet. I'm over there making beats. I'm over
right.
I'm thinking about something I'm gonna do in the studio. You already telling me, man, you don't shut up, man. Shh.
Yep. But man, see, that's the thing about like running dogs, and like that style of hunting. It's very good for beginners because you don't have to worry about being as quiet and doing all of that. It's a little bit more action, a little bit more moving around than it is like when you're just sitting there still hunting, where you got to be quiet and all of that stuff. So yeah, man, it's just a little bit more action going on. You hear people on the radio, like you're talking to people. I mean, you hear the dogs coming, so of course your adrenaline is up. Like you don't never know when the deer is actually going to jump out, and like so, it's just a little bit more excitement going on with it. And then if you like me, and you think you out of the hunt because everybody done took all the spots, everybody lined up in their position, and you're a guest and you ain't get to your spot that the guys told you to go to in time, you got to sit on the sidelines. And then sometimes when you sitting on the sidelines, you end up with the best shot out of everybody. And then you ain't ready. So like if y'all watch that hunting video at the end, that buck actually ran right across the field directly in front of me. I had just landed my drone because, like I said, I was out of the hunt. Like I didn't get to where the guys told me to. I thought I was just sitting there chilling. Next thing I know, the drone lands and I look up across the field and that buck is running across the field. and the gun was laying on the side of the truck somewhere. I had to run around, hop off the tailgate, run around, grab the gun, and yeah, I still let him have it though. I did hit him. I just didn't put him down. I did hit him.
See, hey, if that was me, I would be on the sidelines the whole time. Like, dude, who is that? Who is that? Evie, you funny because that's me. That I will be on the radio sitting over.
Oh, the radio beat.
I'll be sitting over making noises because my brain is constantly working when you talk about music, right? I get the Bucks be walking by. Bucks would probably be over coming, sitting down, listening to me. I would have been missed by like $10, man.
Oh man.
But hey, man, I mean that right there, man. That's just that'll be something that'll be interesting to do. I love to get out there. What do you say? He'll be on the side. Yes, Aldo. I'll be over there getting my Timberland on. I will be over there, and I'll no difference from how everyone says that, you know, I'm the live one. Cam said the most. I'm the live one of the group. I will be out there. I will probably get on people's nerves, but then again, I probably will make people laugh because I'll be doing that too. How they be talking to their little radio, I'll probably come on and be like, and they'll be like, Polo, shut up. I just do a little bit of something, you know.
Man, and the thing is, man, it'd be a good time though, man. We get some food and stuff afterwards during lunch, in between drives. Like the fellas will link up and we cut the food, crack jokes, everything else, man. It's a different side of me. And the reason I wanted to make that video is because I mean I want to let the community know. Like I'm starting to really open up to the community. Like I'm me. I've embraced who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. And I'm comfortable with like opening it up and letting the community know. It's like, hey, this doesn't change me, but this is a different side of me that you probably didn't expect, like at all. But it's me. I enjoy it, and it is definitely something that I love doing. And you will see more of it. So I'm gonna jump back over here in the chat real quick. I saw a couple of questions or comments that came through. Super TA, I can't get with the turf paint. I can't do it. I see the wave that's going on out there, and I just can't. I can't get with it. I understand it from like a professional football field and athletic field standpoint. Mm-hmm. They have a certain image that is pleasing to the eye for their entertainment. I get it. For our home residential lawn, I can't get with it. That's just my take on it. Grace, pre-emergent already? No. Grace, I think Polo was talking about, yeah.
I was referring to like in February, March, like that's when I started last year, but that was just because of the weather, how the weather was here. But no, not right now. Not right now.
Yeah. So wish list drone, the one that I got. I got the DJI Mini 2. I don't need a whole lot. I think what I got is just what I needed. So yeah, that was my wish list drone. Yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, man, that's kind of why we're doing this. That's kind of why I'm doing this. I'm gonna pop on every now and then, just do a live, kind of show people like what's going on. Even though it's not a lot going on, but I will be. I know you in Minnesota, but I'll probably be dropping content before April. But I will be doing these lives and stuff like this. I mean, just pop in and kick it with us. I mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. I appreciate it. Drone shots looking good. I think they are looking good. I still got some work to do. I ain't got my coordination and everything down yet. So I'm trying to get them a little smoother and then get my transitions and everything a little better on it. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. And CR, thank you. Thank you. I didn't even see this. I didn't mean to skip over that. I did not see it. Just getting down to it. I appreciate that. Thank you, CR. Um, Hey, and all of this, it always goes back to the channel. That's what all of
Right.
this is doing.
Right.
I'm always adding it right back to the channel. Yeah, Aldo. Hey, he gonna be out there doing some outcast beats, some old school outcasts on the radio.
Man, I'm telling you, I started getting around stuff. I'll be sitting up there banging on chairs. I'm banging on a tree. I would have been over there making hi hats with my hands. I would have come up with something, man. Come up with something.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to see everybody that's in here. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. We're gonna keep this thing going for a little bit longer. If you do got any questions that you want to pop in here, drop them in here. We'll talk about them. And like you said, like we were talking, like we just kicking back. That's why I named this series the Kickback. But I do want to say, coming up here in a little bit, the reason why I'm not gonna keep y'all long because another part of the reworking team is getting ready for a huge live. I mean, a huge live here in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
I'm gonna need y'all, once you get done here, just roll on over at 8 o'clock. We're gonna make sure we off and in time. Hey, we're gonna roll over there to Turf Therapy's channel. He is gonna be on live with the one, the only Ryan Noor. And if y'all in here and you're on my channel and you've watched anything that I've done, Ryan has been a huge advocate for any lawn tuber that is out there. Ryan was one of the first ones that really started doing, not the first, but he was one of the first ones that were out there making YouTube lawn care content. Real genuine dude. I was glad that I got to meet him at GIE. So yeah, Ryan's definitely down to earth, genuine guy. And I'm excited to be in the chat with him. I'll be down there moderating and answering, trying to help Turf out in the chat, in the live chat. So once we get done here, we're gonna make sure that we wrap it up in time, that we can go over at 8 o'clock and make sure that we check out Ryan and Turf over there on Turf Therapy's channel. So I am gonna say we got another question that popped in here. Southern V, what's going on, Kenny? You guys seeing any POA in your lawns up there? I have not seen any POA in my lawn. I can say that. I have not seen any in the lawns that I've been working with, any of my clients yet. But what I will say is I have one lawn that I'm working with a older lady that I know her POA is gonna come up. She had a serious POA problem last year, and I'm just waiting for it to come up. And more than likely, it'll probably show its head in the spring for the most part. I'm sure it's there in its infancy already. I just can't see it just yet. But I last winter was so mild and so wet. A lot of people had problems with POA. Like a lot of people had problems with POA that normally didn't have POA issues. But a lot of times, and I think that was across the country, there were a lot of professionals were saying, due to the mild and wet winter that we had last year, it just kind of helped generate a lot of that. So I haven't really seen a lot in my area. I am in Maryland. I haven't seen very much around here just yet. How about you, Polo?
No, I'm the same way. I haven't really seen any. Even though I haven't been looking too much, but I don't have any in my line, but I haven't seen any up here as far as from the lines that I've been looking at.
Cool. So before I'm gonna get back to your question, CR, but Super TA, he's like he's definitely seeing it here there in New Jersey. So he's right next door to me. Super TA, your lawn's looking good too. I know I've commented on a couple of your a couple of your posts on IG. But yeah, man, that lawn's looking good. I know you're still working on it, but it's looking good. See, is there anything to put down? You look mad to see. Nah, baby. I'm gonna hit you with a polo. I'm gonna hit you with a polo. Nah, baby. Just leave.
Baby, you don't put a sleeping bag out there, baby. It'll go to sleep. Just put a play some soft music, baby. It'll go back to bed.
Nah, CR at this point, man, we at that time of year it's just gonna have to roll with it's gonna have to roll with the climate. And your lawn isn't the only one because I've seen some people that their lawns haven't really gone dormant yet because of it's been so warm. Like their lawn is checked out a little bit, but it hasn't gone like all the way dormant quite yet. So now right now just let it ride with the just let it ride with the climate, and it'll do its thing. It's not the best that it goes like in and out of dormancy or somewhat out of dormancy, but it really ain't nothing you can do. So sit back, ride with it, and then once the temperatures really kick in, come the summertime, that Bermuda, you can't kill Bermuda. Like you 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 can barely kill it when you want to, and then you can only kill it for a little while, in my opinion, and then it may go away for a couple of years or a year or two, but it just seems to always work its way back.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, yeah. So
Bermuda.
yeah, man, that's one of them things where if you got Bermuda, it can be a gift and a curse.
Yeah. I don't. Totally different conversation right there. When you're talking about Bermuda grass. Totally different conversation. Totally different conversation.
Yeah, so even not really worth fighting the weather. Yep, in my opinion, just let it do its thing. Yep, I
Mm.
agree. That's what I'm saying. Just let it do what it do. Like ain't no need to worry about it. Enjoy you some time off from not having to cut that Bermuda as much. That's
Mhm.
all you can. That's what you should be doing right now. Just let it do its thing. Um, I was about to say something that you was bringing up. Oh, warm season. So my dad's down in North Carolina. He's got centipede. He's got a almost full centipede lawn. Uh, I haven't paid much attention or did much studying or researching on centipede. So I'm gonna be reaching out to our good buddy, the good man, Green Dot, because I need some help. And I'm gonna try and get some information and everything from him. Just read up and learn some more on this centipede. We got a soil test. I did a soil test for my dad late last year, so we got those results and stuff back. And they kind of looked at what I expected with him putting down what he was putting down. I was like, I'm pretty sure your phosphorus and your potassium is going to be off the charts
Mhm.
because he was a man of 10, 10, 10. That's
Yeah.
what I'm throwing. That's what I'm throwing down. I was like, Pop, man, you don't. We gonna get you. We gonna get you right. And I can tell you one thing: you ain't gonna be throwing down no. He could basically, in my opinion, just looking at the soil test, um, he really could go like some urea and be done with it. Like all like just from my opinion right now, without doing a whole lot of research into it, it's probably going to be an N only all next year, and that's going to be it. I'm gonna be like, yo, we gonna run the N only, and we gonna see what it do, because his phosphorus and potassium was just
Wow.
off the chart, like just off the
Shame,
chart.
shameless plug. Know before you throw.
Know before you throw. Hey,
No.
that was a good backdoor conversation we had too. That one, you got to know. I mean, and that's what we talk about, like having these soil tests and getting a soil test done. Like that is the reason for that. Like just knowing what you actually need to be putting down. And now, like my pops, he probably could have saved him some money, even though he probably didn't spend a whole lot on like just that 10-10-10. But
Mhm.
a urea only or just an N only, maybe some AMS if you needed it.
Mhm.
pH, I can't remember where his pH was at. Can't remember where his pH was at. But I mean, he might could have went with something a little more simpler. And he's got a pull behind sprayer that he can use. So if we needed to, which we'll probably end up doing, is getting some soluble or melting down some urea or something, and he just sprays it out and be done. So we gonna probably go with something pretty something. We gonna try to go with something pretty cheap for next year.
No, Aldo. No, no, no.
That was
I'm not. I'm not. I am talking about the latest video that I just dropped. That is the title of it. It's called Know Before You Throw. We're talking about throwing fertilizers. We ain't talking about making it. Nah.
Man, I couldn't even. I could barely finish my statement as soon as I seen that comment pop up. I see my oldest niece has joined. What's going on, Morgan? I don't know who's got. I don't know if it's you logged in or if the whole family is logged in. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We about to wrap up here in a little bit. Um, Grace, no, my dad is actually down in North Carolina, so majority all my immediate family is in North Carolina. I got a couple of relatives that are actually up here in Maryland on my dad's side. But for the most part, all of my family is down in North Carolina. Parents of them are there, eastern part of North Carolina, coastal region. It'd be hot down there. It's it's all warm season. I tried to convince them to do some KBG and tall fescue over in this one little section that we could get some water to. I tried to convince him of it, but he ain't go for it. He loved his centipede. He don't like his centipede. He loves his centipede. And I'm
Hey,
like,
doesn't own a line training? Doesn't he have a centipede line too?
does
I
he?
think he has a centipede line.
Does
I
he?
have to ask him next time.
Yeah, I
I think
can't
he has a
remember.
centipede line too.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not a fan of centipede. It just it doesn't give me the color, and I'm not even like saying just from a warm season. I don't like warm season because I like Bermuda. Bermuda look good when it's cut right at the right height.
Mhm.
That Bermuda looks good. Not really a fan of Saint Aug. I definitely I don't like centipede because it just doesn't have the color that I like in a lawn. Like it just doesn't have that color that I'm looking for in a lawn. So nah, I'm not a fan. But we gonna get him happy though. We gonna knock some of them weeds out. I took some pre-emergent down, so he's got some pre-emergent now. We're gonna get him on a real pre-emergent. He's never really done a pre-emergent, so we're gonna try and knock some of his weeds out. The side and the backyard really never has any weeds. The front yard is a little thinner, so it's got some weeds that we got to deal with. So yeah, I agree, Aldo. Warm season are typically lighter. That is in their genetics, but yeah, man, we gonna get them right. We gonna get them right. All right, Polo, we gonna wrap this thing up. We got to jump over and get in there with Turf. You got anything else you want to say to the people? Wrap this thing up.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and move it on over. Let's move it
All
over.
right, y'all. Hey, we appreciate y'all for joining. We gonna jump over to Turf Therapy's channel. Hey, we got the one and only Turf Therapy and Ryan North. Hey, man, let's go get it.
All right.